Hello, Lantern Road leopards. It doesn't matter if you're in kindergarten, first, second, third, or fourth grade. We are all starting with the building blocks of art as our first lesson. So let's kick this off with the first art element or the first building block, and that would be line. Line is something every single one of you know a great deal about because we use lines to create letters. And almost every leopard that I know can write his or her name. So you already know a great deal about line, even if you didn't realize it. We're going to make sure we know about lines in art and how we use lines then later on to create and build other things for our art elements. So I'm going to flip my camera view and go ahead and make sure that you can see my hands working on our first project. I'm going to need to cantilever my camera a bit, so I appreciate your patience while I do that. Because I know some leopards are working with things from home and they may not have all the things the art room has, I've got a finished example that I made on notebook paper. I did use a Sharpie just so you could see some of my words and drawing better on this camera view. However, if you have paper, even notebook paper, and any drawing instrument, this is an old ink pen from a restaurant, any of those things will work so that every single one of us can get started. The first thing you're going to do is take your paper, whatever kind it is, and you're going to make sure you fold it. So I need to remove mine from this notebook. And mine is an old notebook that used to belong to my daughter. I'm going to fold this 3 times. Once in half, another time in half, and then one more time in half. Just going to divide my paper into 8 boxes. And there are 7 art elements, and then an extra box for mistakes or a combination drawing of the art elements. In the first box, you decide whatever the first box is. I want you to write the word line. If you can't write the word line, that's okay. You're going to fill that box with drawings of lines. I would like for you to try to write it, but if you can't, it's okay. You may write it with a capital letter at the beginning and then lowercase letters. You may write it in all capitals. You may write it in cursive. After you write the word line, you need to draw lines of different types. When you draw a line, I want you to draw as many of those lines as your age. I'm going to give the example of diagonal lines. I'm not going to draw 49 diagonal lines because that would take too long. I'm going to pretend I'm a 4th grader and I'm going to draw 10. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Some 4th graders are 10 years old. So I would draw 10 of each type of line. That means if I'm going to draw a curly Q line, I'm going to make 10 of those if I'm 10. I'm going to make 5 of them if I'm a kindergartner, that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want you to fill this box with lines. Fill means fill. Don't say, this is a line, Mrs. Billman, so it's already full there. I need to see lines that you drew. Let's go back to my finished example where I drew several types of lines and filled the box. The next art element that we study is the use of line together to create shapes. That will be the next instructional video. Do your personal best as always, and I will see you next time.